There we go. Got to turn my mic on. Hi there. Welcome to Coffee with the Raptors. I am super excited to be back being live from our facility in Fort Collins. We haven't been live for several months, so I'm super excited to be back at this. This is, as I mentioned, Coffee with the Raptors. This is going to be an 8-part series giving all of you a chance to see the work of the RMRP from the inside. So you might notice, if you've watched any of our videos before, you might remember that big bright blue wall that's usually behind us. That's our formal studio. But I'm going to be sitting here on the other side of our computers, giving you a chance to see all the bustle and activity that actually goes on inside. What you see behind me is actually our education bird treatment room. Where our hub of operations for the care for our ambassadors. So there'll be people popping in and out, but we're going to get a chance to share with you more about what we do here on the day-to-day basis. So you'll be seeing a lot of me. My name is Jessica Miller. I'm the Education and Outreach Coordinator, which means that my job here is to talk to people all day about Raptors. When you see us out and about in the public, whether we're at a school or a library or one of our events like Elk Fest or Highlands Festival. We were out at Old Town Square this summer. I make all of those happen. I do all the arranging and getting everybody ready to go, packing all the supplies, and just kind of doing whatever is needed to do to make that happen. And then I also help care for our educational ambassadors and work with the volunteers who are critical to the work that we're able to do here. So it's a lot of hats, and that's kind of a nonprofit. Everybody wears a lot of hats. Throughout the series, I hope you'll get a chance to meet some of our other staff members. We'll have various people kind of pop in and talk about what they do, give you a chance to ask some questions of them and kind of learn more about the people that are back here making all this wonderful work for the Raptors happen. Like I said, it's an 8-part series, so we're going to be live twice a month, one Saturday, one Sunday, for November, December, January, and February. So check our calendar of events on the web page and our social media, and it'll have all the dates of those on there for you. And so for our very first episode of Coffee with the Raptors, of course, it wouldn't be coffee if I didn't have coffee. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker. I've actually got chai with me today, but I certainly would love to know what it is that you might be drinking. So we do have our chat up and running here on our YouTube page, and I encourage you to put questions, comments, great stories you've got, things you're curious about. Pop them in that chat. I'd love to hear from you and give you a chance to learn what you want to learn about us and about the work that we do. So definitely use that. Feel free. And then we are going to kind of just take a look at what's been going on around here for the last couple of weeks. It's been a busy summer. I know it's been a while since we've been live with all of you, and I hope you got a chance to come out and see us at all of our events over the summer. We kept ourselves pretty busy. We also had a lot of patients coming in through our doors, and compared to last year, certainly higher numbers. It was interesting. Some facilities like us saw a significant increase in caseload during COVID, but we actually saw a decrease. And that was kind of a surprise to our rehab team, although a very pleasant surprise, but still a surprise. But we're back to pretty much normal this year. So back to hopping. Let's see. Just this past week, reading our report here coming in from our rehab team that they send out every week about what's kind of been going on their team. There were actually 2 of our patients got released this week. And of course, that's always the best part of the work that we get to do, is seeing those birds go back into the world, and I'll be able hopefully to bring you some of those release videos and stories in this series as well, because that's just heartwarming to see. But we had a Cooper's hawk that came to us in August with a broken wing, who was also West Nile virus positive. That bird was released, as well as a red-tailed hawk that came to us in July that was hit by a car and had a lot of injuries to the left wing. But both those birds are gone, and that's just wonderful to see them go away. I really hope we never see them again. But we did have 4 new patients come into us. So that brought us up to 255 patients that have come in through our doors this year. And just for comparison, last year at this time, we were at 228. So we're definitely well above where we were last year. Let's see. We got a interesting story here. One of the things I want to bring to you is following along with a patient that we care for. And so this particular patient that we're going to be following here first in our episode is a hatch year American kestrel. Her number is 21255. So that means she was admitted to us in 2021. She is the 255th bird that was admitted. And you can see, now this is not actually her. We don't have a picture of her. Some of our patients are just not tolerant enough to have their pictures taken. But this is what she looks like. She's a little hatch year female kestrel. This is what they look like. She came to us, I have all of her paperwork down here. She came to us from the Eaton area after she was caught up in baling twine. And there's a picture there next to her. If you just don't know quite what baling twine looks like, that's it. And this is a real hazard to the raptors. It's a big problem for osprey, turkey vultures, and eagles. But sometimes these smaller birds, like the kestrels or maybe red-tailed hawks, might get tangled up in them as well. And it usually gets wrapped around a limb, like a leg. And then the bird often will end up dangling by that limb where the twine constricts and wraps really tight. And it stops the blood flow. And the circulation to raptor feed is pretty poor to begin with. So constricting that blood flow makes it even worse. And that's what happened to this little lady. She is doing okay, though. She's in our critical care unit right now, which is where all our patients begin their journey through rehab. Her weight's going up. She's eating well. She was just weighed today at 138 grams, which is a nice weight for a young female kestrel. She's getting pain meds, and she's getting a laser light therapy on that leg to help treat those that swelling and all the trouble that she's having with her leg. And so far, she's doing really good. So every episode, we're going to be checking in with this lady and just see how she's progressing. And if she makes it to release, then I will be bringing her release to you as well. So that's another great reason to tune in on the episodes, is to follow along with her story, since she just came into us, and see where she ends up. So other birds that came in this week. Let's see. We had another female kestrel hatch here. Oh, really bad fractures in her left wing and left leg, and unfortunately she had to be euthanized. Those were non-repairable. We had a male kestrel hit by a car. A lot of internal trauma, and unfortunately he died in transport. And the other one, a great horned owl from Wellington with a severe case of emaciation and an infection, trichomoniasis, that gets in the mouth it's this really nasty infection that gets in the mouth and prevents the birds from being able to eat. And it was so severe, along with that emaciation, that was not going to be a bird that could be recovered. So he was also euthanized. That's the hard part. Many birds come to us with injuries that are so severe that we can't fix them. But in the cases where we can, if we even tiny little chance that we might, we're going to take it and give them what they need. So that's the hard part, is we're not able to save everybody. But those that we can, we're going to do the best we can by them. All right. Well, that's kind of what's been going on our rehab team. Our education department's been pretty hoppin'. Let's see, I'll pull out my calendar here and see what we've been up to. Oh, goodness. In November, 5 school programs. And then today we also have a team that is out at Wild Birds Unlimited doing an event. I Will Be Home, which is a fundraiser that they do every year for us. So if you're in the local area and you like birds, we're at the shop from 11 to 3. And anything you buy in-store or online, Wild Birds Unlimited is going to donate a portion of that proceeds to the RMRP. So that's a way you can help support us and the work that we do. We're also just kind of getting ready for winter, trying to finish up doing some repairs on the enclosures and getting everything all squared away for the weather that I hope is coming soon. We'll see. But certainly hoping that we get some winter here pretty quickly. So would love to hear from all of you if there are any raptors that you have seen in your neighborhoods or out and about lately. Sometimes when the leaves fall off the trees, it's easier to spot them. So share some of your sightings, or if you haven't seen one recently, maybe a story of one you've seen before that's a particularly memorable story. I always love to hear about where people are seeing raptors. I saw my neighborhood red-tailed hawk that I hadn't seen in months hiding out. Apparently it had been hiding out in the cottonwood trees behind my neighbor's house, but now that the leaves are all gone, now I can see him. So like to watch him through the winter. He's a great hunter, keeps the rabbits kind of under control in the neighborhood, but not as much as I would like. But he's doing the best. He's only one bird. Can't ask everything of every raptor. So now we do have a special guest with us today. He's going to get him out, or no, Crystal's going to get him out. So Crystal, stop and say hi. That's Crystal. She's going to go get a special guest that we're going to have in our studio today. Always love to share the ambassadors with you. So she's going to bring in one of our ambassador raptors, my personal favorite, even though it's very difficult to pick a favorite raptor because they're all so amazing. But if you know anything about me, and if you don't, you're going to learn. My all-time absolute most favoriteest raptor in the whole wide world is these guys. Turkey vultures. So Crystal and the turkey vulture are just on the other side of the monitor that I'm looking at here in our studio. It's a small workspace. We do a lot of double duty and things. This boy is our oldest ambassador, and he has a very, very special place in many hearts around here. When I first came to the Raptor program, I didn't really care for vultures, didn't really know very much about them. And then I met this guy, and he has changed my opinion on vultures. They are remarkably curious. They're really interactive. They love to play games. They're super social. I'm going to switch over to just the studio camera here so I can zoom in on him, give you a better look because he's just so wonderful. So here we go. There you are. That bright red face is where they get the name turkey, because it kind of looks like a turkey there. And then vulture, because they're a vulture. This is the only vulture we have in Colorado. But these guys are super cool. They're gone now. They migrate away for the winter. So they've headed south. You won't be seeing them outside right now, but they'll be back in the spring. This guy, unfortunately, he, whoa! Sorry about that. Got my camera a little too loose. How's that ceiling look? So yeah, so this guy came to us 1998. He came in December. He was found standing in a snowbank in December, which is super weird because birds don't willingly stand in snowbanks, and he shouldn't have been here in December in the first place. So when he came into our facility, we found that he had a broken left wing that had already healed up. And if I zoom out, you might be able to see that wing droop that he's got from that left wing. See that down there that kind of hangs down? He can't tuck it up the way that he's supposed to because that break healed up wrong. So that left him non-flighted. And since he can't fly, of course, he can't survive in the wild on his own. He wasn't able to hunt. But fortunately, turkey vultures are scavengers, so he was walking everywhere, scavenging, doing really great until that snowstorm came in. He got all bogged down, got frostbite on his feet, half his toes are amputated, and he's been with us ever since. But he doesn't get out and travel very much anymore, just because he's such an old bird. So always love to be able to bring him to you this way. But if and when we're able to resume having people come to our facility for open house style events, then you'll definitely be able to meet him then. So keep your eyes open. Come late March, April-ish is when they'll probably start showing back up. But in the meantime, if you get a chance to just enjoy him while he's here, that's the best you're going to get for turkey vultures right now. Thanks, Crystal, for bringing him by. So we have a fun thing coming up, and I'm actually going to invite in somebody to tell you about this event that we have coming up here. I'm going to invite in our assistant director, Lisa Winter. And she is going to tell you about our holiday hoot nanny because we love alliteration around here. Hey, Lisa.
Yes, we do. Hello. Hang on one second.
Okay. Coffee?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Had to get my coffee for Coffee with the Raptors. I'm Lisa Winter. I'm the assistant director here at the Rocky Mountain Raptor program and the volunteer coordinator. And like she was saying earlier, we all do many tasks, so
yeah.
Other duties as assigned.
Yeah.
We are hosting a short 1 week long auction on the Bidding for Good platform. We're calling it the Holiday Hoot Nanny, and I do have a flyer. We will post the bidding links on what we're doing.
Yeah, we'll get that in the comment box below, so you have the link if you want to take a look at the auction.
And so this will be opening on November 22nd and run through November 29th. We have a small collection of items, 25 things to bid on, and it's a great opportunity to get some new things that you want for yourself or to do your early Christmas shopping. There's lower price things and higher price things. In fact, for people that are inviting their whole family over for Christmas, there is a whole 8-piece china set with a Christmas pattern on it.
Cool.
So you can really entertain in style this year for Christmas.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have that going on. You can also go to our website and look at our events calendar, and you can see a variety of different things on there, including all of the dates for our Coffee with the Raptors. We will have curbside pickup from our gift shop through December. And then we will have a short window of time on, what day is that? On December 19th.
Oh, yeah.
From 11 to 2, our facility will be open for gift shop only. So if you're one of those that doesn't like to shop online, you can pop in here, see all of our items, decide what you want to buy for your friends and family members for Christmas.
Excellent.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
thank you for joining us. Enjoy your coffee with the Raptors. I always do. Whether with Raptors or not, coffee is a bloodline of life.
I don't think we could survive without coffee around here.
Or Mountain Dew.
Right, that one
Or
too.
chai.
Yeah, chai for me, coffee for you, Mountain Dew for Gail.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you many other times as we progress through this series.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa.
Uh-huh.
All right. So before I go, I would like to I've been looking forward to this segment because I had so much fun coming up with this idea. We are going to be celebrating our Gold Star Raptor. So today's Gold Star goes to this lovely lady here. This is our educational ambassador, Swainson's Hawk Fracture. And she gets the Gold Star. This is courtesy of my mother, who used to actually give us gold stars when we did really good in school or got our chores done or something. We got a gold star, and that's always stuck with me. I don't know how many of your mothers did something similar, but she gets the gold star today because this lady came out and went to a program after the 2 ambassadors that were scheduled to go both declined. And I was not expecting that. With our ambassadors, we don't force them into situations. We don't make them go work and go do things if they choose not to. That's part of their training, part of their welfare is they have freedom to choose. And both of them said, no, don't want to do it. And so I went and I asked this lady, even though she had already come out once that day to be weighed and to be fed, and usually we don't bring them out more than once a day, but I asked her and she was like, sure. She came right out, went to the program, did an amazing job, totally calm, comfortable. It was absolutely a perfect setting for her, and she did great. So she gets the gold star, and celebrating her today. So thanks, everybody, for stopping by, for checking in with us, for spending a little bit of your Saturday morning getting to know more about who we are and what we do. We'll be back with episode 2 of Coffee with the Raptors on November 28th. And so that's a Sunday after Thanksgiving. Again, here on our YouTube channel at 10 a.m. So join us for that. We'll check back in with our 255 patient Kestrel. We'll find out who earns the gold star and see what you're drinking on the 28th. Thanks, everybody. See you then.